Hello, gentlemen. Let's start today's video with a question. Which do you think is more attractive to women? A man who is well educated, has a great career, has a plan for his life, has hobbies, interests, and passions outside of work, has traveled to interesting places, is well dressed, has a nice house or apartment, drives a nice car, can carry on interesting conversations about a wide range of topics, has a great sense of humor, and is self-reliant and comfortable in his own skin. Or B, a man who barely graduated high school, works a dead-end job, doesn't have a life plan, hasn't traveled outside the country, whose main hobbies are smoking weed and playing video games, has no sense of fashion, lives in his parents' basement, drives a junker, has no sense of humor, is needy, and looks to others for validation. Yeah, obviously it's A. In my defense, I didn't say it was a hard question. Women are attracted to men who are striving for excellence and are focused on self-improvement. Men who have hopes and dreams and a plan, who are actively working to improve themselves and their station in life. Now, if you're thinking, I'm not even close to where I want to be with my life, I've hardly achieved any of the goals on my list. Well, here's the thing. That's okay. Women are smart and intuitive. They can spot ambition and potential, and they can also spot the opposite. A lot of guys go around chasing women instead of prioritizing working on themselves. They're focused on the wrong thing. Instead of striving for improvement and excellence in their own lives so that they can put themselves in a position where they can find an amazing person who is a great fit for them in the long term, they're focused on the short term. They're trying to attract women when they don't know who they are as a person and aren't comfortable in their own skin. Here's a great real-life story about one of my dad's best friends from college that illustrates this point. For the purposes of this video, we'll call him Bill. Bill's super smart, kind, intelligent, and thoughtful. But he's kind of quiet with a more sarcastic, dry sense of humor. He's well-read and can speak intelligently about a lot of topics, but he doesn't have a super magnetic personality that naturally attracts women. He dated a few women in college, but didn't really have any long-term relationships. While my dad and his other friends were settling down and getting married in their 20s, Bill wasn't even close to that stage. Growing up, I remember my mom saying, "When is Bill going to find someone and get married? If he doesn't find someone soon, all the good women are going to be taken, and he's never going to be happy." But here's the thing, Bill had a plan. Number 1, he decided that he was going to focus on becoming great at his job and building a kick-ass career. Number 2, he was going to live simply for a while and invest his money in the stock market so he would have a huge stockpile later in life when he met the right person. Number 3, he was going to focus on his passions, which were environmentalism and conservation, and use them to meet women who shared his interests. Here's what happened. Bill put that brilliant brain of his into becoming an amazing engineer and computer programmer. He worked his ass off, earned promotions, and took risks. He relocated several times for the right opportunities so that he could work his way up the ladder. During that time, he lived simply. He didn't drive a fancy car and owned modest houses. He didn't waste his money on stupid stuff. Instead, he invested his money in the stock market and sat in it while it kept growing and growing and growing. In his spare time, he focused on his passions. He got involved with organizations like the Sierra Club and Audubon Society and did a ton of volunteer work. As a result, he met a bunch of women who shared his same passions, who were attracted to him because of his intelligence, confidence, career, and financial situation. He had put himself in a position where his excellence attracted women, so he didn't have to run around chasing anyone. Through his volunteer work, he found a woman who became the love of his life. By that point, he had a huge amount of money from his investments that enabled them to travel all over the world and basically do whatever they wanted to do. His wife was able to quit her corporate job and follow her passion of working with children by becoming a teacher, all because of the plan Bill put together. They're still together decades later, while many of my dad's other friends who got married in their 20s are now divorced. Now, your plan may be very different from Bill's, but what's important is that you have a plan and are striving for excellence. One of the advantages that comes from focusing on improvement and excellence is a sense of confidence. If you're confident in yourself, who you are, your career, your passions, and your future, your anxiety level is going to be way lower. Knowing that you'll be able to attract women will signal to your subconscious that you have lots of options. When you meet someone and your first date doesn't work out, you can just move on to the next one without feeling crushed. It will help you have confidence. And as we know, confidence is one of the qualities women find most attractive in a man. A study published in the Psychonomic Science Journal found that confidence was the most consistent factor women across the board were attracted to in men. And remember, even if you aren't where you want to be in your life plan, women recognize potential and ambition. A study conducted by Dr. Peter Jonason from the University of Western Sydney found that women are 19 times more likely to seek out men who made their wealth than those who inherited it. Dr. Jonason found that the reasons are deeply rooted in evolution. As our species was evolving, women who failed to find successful mates struggled to reproduce. So they started looking for men who had potential to be strong providers, and then pass that down to their children, leading to the patterns we see today. Jonason notes that it's rational for women to prefer males who earn their income instead of those who just have money handed to them, because their ability to earn income through their direct effort reflects underlying qualities like intelligence and a strong work ethic. Picking a mate with those qualities is a safer bet for women, because money often runs out, and having a partner with earnings potential helps ensure stability in the future. So if you haven't assessed your strengths and weaknesses and come up with a plan for chasing excellence, it's time to sit down and hash one out. Are you where you want to be with your education and career? Do you have a plan in place to get you there? What about your personality? Do you want to work on being more confident, charming, or funny? How's your body and fashion sense? Do you want to improve your fitness level or fit? What's your financial status? Are you saving and investing, or living paycheck to paycheck? If you're strapped for cash, are you spending money on frivolous things that you could easily get rid of? What about your hobbies and passions? Are you finding things to fulfill yourself outside of work? Are you meeting the types of women you want to meet? Do their goals and interests align with yours? Think about what qualities you're looking for and where the women with those qualities might be spending their time. Remember, your plans don't have to be elaborate and complicated. In fact, it's better if they're simple. Small efforts over time add up to big changes, and you don't have to tackle everything at once. Start with one thing. Whatever your plan is, break it down into smaller, more manageable chunks. If your goal is to get a promotion, you might start by getting an online certification that improves your skills, or checking out our partner course careers in the description below. They're great at showing you how to get jobs in fields for which you would normally need a degree. They also have great negotiation techniques, strategies for changing careers, and courses that will help you figure out which career paths might be the best fit for you. If your goal is to improve your sense of humor, start by taking an improv class at a local theater or community college. If your goal is to improve your look, we have a bunch of videos on our channel that will help you improve your fashion and skincare. If your plan is to find a new passion or hobby, start by taking a one-time class. Personally, I kept hearing about all these people who were taking up pickleball, and it sounded really fun, so I took a class at a local rec center and found out that I friggin' love it. I play at least once a week, and it's been an amazing way to keep connected with friends, meet new people, and keep myself in shape. If your goal is to save money, a lot of companies offer access to free financial planning resources as part of their benefits package. When I got my first job out of college, I was straight up broke. But one of the best things I did was invest my money in my company's 401k. My company matched 401k investments for up to 6% of my salary. So if I hadn't invested, I would have literally been throwing away free money. And the thing about 401ks is that the money comes out of your paycheck pre-tax, so you don't miss it as much. The money I invested back then is now worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So what's your plan? Drop us a line in the comments letting us know one area in which you're striving for excellence and how you plan to get there. It's amazing how writing down a plan and sharing it with someone else helps you hold yourself accountable. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. If this was helpful for you, please let us know in the comments below. And please like and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.